In this video, I want to show you how to quickly move pages around within Firefly sections and also how to copy pages that you may wish to use in other sections to save you some time. So we'll have a quick look first of all at the Firefly training page itself, just to give you a quick illustration. So I've actually created a section here for this video, and that section is called Moving Pages Around or Copying Them. You can see I can click on that and it's ready for me to upload the video that I'm recording now. But it's not quite in the right place because I actually have the staff training videos at the beginning, and you can see there are three videos or three video titles. So I really want to move this one at the bottom up to somewhere just after making mistakes. So how do I do that? Well, you click on the page that you're interested in, you go to edit page, and then you go to the little tab beside the button for done. You open that and you want to choose location. So if you click on location, it will open up the folder structure of your Firefly pages, and you can literally just click on the section we're interested in and move it around. So all I'm going to do is to move it. You can see here that there are 1, 2, 3 video pages already. I just want to drop it below that. If you hold it over a section, like for example the FAQ section, if I let go here, then it will move it into that section. It'll become a sub-page of that section. It's not quite what we're doing here. We still want it to be a sub-page of staff training, which it is. We just want to change the order. So I'm dropping it here. There we go, and then done. And if we now click on done for that page again, we can see that in the staff training subfolders, there is moving pages around. So that's in one sense the simplest way to do it. We can also copy pages and we can move those sort of pages around in our own department sections. Let's quickly look at a department. So I'm going to go to mathematics this time. And to give you an idea, in mathematics for year 7, I have this structure here that we're working on, which involves some course information for students and then some resources or resource links in 2 columns. So I thought that structure is quite simple and easy to replicate, and I did that for year 8. If I click on year 8, you'll see that I have a very similar structure but with some different images and of course different information. So how do we do that really quickly? Well, we have our year 7 page. If I had already typed all of this and wanted to use it again, I can simply go to edit page, I can click on the tab and go to copy. Now the default will be that it will simply copy that page in the same section, just the next one alongside that. So we could just click on done, or we could take that year 7 copy and move it around to other sections, anywhere at all in Firefly. If I wanted to give that to the science department as a template, I could move it over into science and change what I wanted. So I'm just going to leave it where it is, click on done, and of course it will now be called year 7 copy, but I can quickly just change the title. So perhaps I wanted to make that my new year 9 maths page. And then of course you can not publish that, you can save it as a draft because you're still working on it. You can continue to edit that, you can now start to change some things that of course don't match. You can delete sections, you can do all the things that you would be doing with a Firefly page, but you've got a template that you've created that you can then adapt and save some time. So that's one way to do that. I'm just going to delete that page. This can be quite useful for some very basic pages. So if I look, for example, at setting up teacher pages, let me go to year 8, and I'm trying to set up here the teacher pages. So we've got 8A, 8A, 8B, 8C, 8D. You can see the 8A is not in the right order. Does it matter? Well, it's nice to keep things neat. I'm going to go to that page, I'm going to edit it, and I'm just going to change the location. So down to location, click on location, click on Mr. Robertson and just move it to the top of that section. Still under year 8, but just at the top. Sometimes that doesn't quite work. Move around a little bit, but there we go, it's moved. Click on done, click on done again, and that section has moved. Now, suppose you've set up your teacher page and you want to reproduce that. Well, I've got all my 8B, 8C here, but if I didn't, I would simply just edit that page and I would quickly click on copy. I would just copy that page. I could do that a number of times, but I could then go back and change the details. So having copied 8A, I can now call it 8B, and that would be with the other teacher. In this case, it's Miss Lee. And it probably won't let me do that right now because, of course, I have a Miss Lee page, but I can just call it Miss Lee 2. But you'll see that if I publish that, Sure enough, there is another page now, Miss Lee 2. It's actually gone underneath Mr. Robertson, and I can continually keep copying pages and renaming them. So that's quite useful for those kind of sections. I'm going to edit that page and delete as I'm just playing around. And while we're talking about the teacher pages, you'll notice that one of the structures that we want to have is to have the blog page within the teacher section. So either the teacher simply has the blog page, which looks like this, where they just create a blog post to summarize the lesson, or I think more preferable would be that you have your teacher page for your class. Here you would put all your resources that you want to share individually with your class, or some of the things you want to show them visually, or anything you wish. You can have sub-pages within your own page, but an important sub-page would then be the blog. So I'm just going to copy this blog. In fact, I need to copy it a few times for the Year 8 teachers, but I'm going to copy that blog. I'll click on Done. But actually, it's not Year 8 Mathematics with Mr. Robertson now, it's Year 8 Mathematics with Miss Lee. And then I can just publish that page. Of course, I don't want it to be under Mr. Robertson, I want it to be under Mr. Lee. Miss Lee, sorry, so I'm going to edit the page very quickly. And I'm going to move that page to Miss Lee. There we go. I'm going to drop it in as a sub-page of Miss Lee by hovering over and dropping on top of that. And there we have it. Now, you may think, well, that takes quite a bit of time. Well, initially it can take some time, but once that's done, it's done. That's the structure for the year, and it's easily adapted year on year for different teachers that are teaching 8A, 8B, and so on. So it's a little bit of work at the beginning, but that is something which is established and easy to use as we go forward. So that's how you can copy pages and how you can move them around. I hope that is helpful.